Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on QPVN channel. I'm Chung Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Vietnam beefs up defense cooperation with Cuba, UK and Australia. Whole military holds oath-taking ceremony for new soldiers. Vietnam strengthens global role at UN Ocean Conference and bolsters ties with Europe. On June the 4th in Hanoi, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, received Cuban Ambassador to Vietnam Rogelio Polanco Fuentes, UK Ambassador to Vietnam Ian Frew, and Australian Ambassador to Vietnam Gillian Bird.
Congratulating Ambassador Rogelio Polanco Fuentes on his tenure in Vietnam, General Phan Van Giang believes that the ambassador will make great contribution to fostering the traditional relationship between the party, government, state, people, and the military of Vietnam and Cuba. He stressed that the Vietnam-Cuba defense relationship has been continuously consolidated and developed, contributing to improving the capacity to safeguard the fatherland in the new situation, actively contributing to peace, stability, and common development of the region and the world. Mr. Rogelio Polanco Fuentes expressed his honor to become Cuban ambassador to Vietnam and affirmed that he will strive to maintain and bolster the cooperative relationship between the two countries and the two militaries. Receiving UK Ambassador to Vietnam Ian Frew, the Vietnamese military leader stressed that the defense cooperation between Vietnam and the UK has been implemented in accordance with the relationship between the two countries, as well as the commitments of the two ministries of national defense. In the coming time, he suggested that the two ministries of national defense continue to implement and promote the cooperative relationship, focusing on such contents as delegation exchanges, especially high-level delegations, defense industry, training, UN peacekeeping, continuing to support each other on international and regional security mechanisms and forums, contributing to stepping up the ASEAN-UK dialogue partnership. Sending congratulations to Ms. Gillian Bird on her appointment as Australian Ambassador to Vietnam, General Phan Van Giang believes that she will make contribution to strengthening and further developing the Vietnam-Australia Comprehensive Strategic Partnership. He hopes that the two countries' ministries of national defense would continue to closely coordinate on such key contents as exchanging delegations, effectively maintaining regular dialogue and consultation mechanisms, training cooperation, UN peacekeeping, supporting each other in multilateral defense cooperation mechanisms, promoting the development and signing of new cooperation documents and agreements. Lauding the importance of defense cooperation between the two countries and good results achieved in this field recently, Ambassador Gillian Bird hopes that in the coming time the two countries' defense ministries would continue to strengthen the agreed cooperation contents, thereby contributing to further fostering the Vietnam-Australia relationship.
Also on June the 4th, units and agencies in the whole military held the oath-taking ceremonies for new soldiers in 2025. Leaders of the Ministry of National Defense, the General Staff, and the General Political Department of the Vietnam People's Army attended the ceremonies.
The leaders emphasized that the first 3 months of training with great endurance, effort, and iron discipline have crystallized into the sacred oath under the determined to win flag, a strong testament to the maturity of the new soldiers, both physically and mentally. The chains of command at all levels will continue to care for and support the soldiers to mature and successfully carry out the task ahead. Over the past time, agencies and units in the whole military have thoroughly grasped and implemented directives and resolutions at all levels on training and combat readiness, actively innovating the organization and training methods, while implementing political and moral education, closely linking training with regularity building and discipline training. The oath-taking ceremony is an important milestone and has profound meaning for each new soldier as it helps promote the spirit and responsibility to truly become soldiers of the heroic Vietnam People's Army, the elite of an army born from the people and fighting for the people.
The same day in Phnom Penh, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Minister of National Defense, paid courtesy visits on Samdech Techo Hun Sen, President of the Cambodian People's Party and President of the Senate, and Prime Minister Hun Manet as part of his official visit to Cambodia.
During his meetings, General Nguyễn Tân Cương extended congratulations to the Cambodian leadership on the country's recent important achievements, especially in maintaining political stability, strengthening national defense and security, and achieving social-economic progress. He expressed his hope that the Cambodian Senate, National Assembly, government, and especially President Hun Sen would continue to support the Vietnamese community and Vietnamese enterprises operating in Cambodia. President Hun Sen underscored that General Nguyễn Tân Cương visit serves to deepen the long-standing friendship and close-knit bond between the two nations and their armed forces. He reaffirmed Cambodia's unwavering commitment to nurturing and enhancing the relationship between the two parties, two states, and their peoples. At his meeting with Prime Minister Hun Manet, General Nguyễn Tân Cương shared the outcomes of his bilateral talks with the Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces. Both sides spoke highly of the practical and comprehensive defense cooperation achieved in recent years, reaffirming its role as a key pillar in the Vietnam-Cambodia relationship. Looking ahead, the two sides agreed to further strengthen mutual political trust, maintain regular delegation exchanges and cooperation mechanisms, improve the quality of personnel training, and continue to support each other at multilateral forums and mechanisms. Prime Minister Hun Manet emphasized that the Cambodian government attaches great importance to the fine tradition of friendship and good neighborliness between the two countries.
On the afternoon of June the 4th, General Nguyễn Tân Cương and a delegation of high-ranking Vietnamese military officials visited the headquarters of the Cambodian Ministry of National Defense and met with General Choi Sang-yun, Permanent Secretary of State of the Cambodian Ministry of National Defense.
At the meeting, General Nguyễn Tân Cương informed General Choi Sang-yun about the results of the bilateral talks with the Commander-in-Chief of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces. For his part, General Choi Sang-yun thanked the Vietnam People's Army for supporting the development of the Royal Cambodian Armed Forces. He vowed to continuously promote the achievements of the relations between the two countries and the two militaries, which have been created and nurtured by the previous generations. Both sides highly appreciated the results of the defense cooperation in recent times, especially in delegation exchanges, training, cooperation in combating cross-border crimes, coordination and mutual support at multilateral forums and mechanisms led by ASEAN, promoting the role of the military in advising on handling non-traditional security issues, disaster relief, and environmental protection. In the coming time, both sides agreed to continue maintaining delegation exchanges and cooperation mechanisms, cooperation in combating cross-border crime, further improving the quality of human resource training, mutual support at multilateral forums and mechanisms. The two countries' defense ministries directed relevant agencies to closely coordinate and be well prepared for the second Vietnam-Cambodia Border Defense Friendship Exchange.
Earlier on the morning of June the 4th, at the Ministry of National Defense headquarters, Sing Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, Deputy Defense Minister, hosted receptions for Chinese Defense Attaché to Vietnam, Colonel Jiang Bo, and Colonel Alexei Arkadievich Govorov, Russian Defense Attaché to Vietnam.
Showing sincerely thanks to the Ministries of National Defense of China and Russia for sending high-ranking delegations to attend the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national reunification of Vietnam. Sing Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến affirmed that the party, state, people, and People's Army of Vietnam always remember the great assistance of China, the Soviet Union, as well as Russia today, in the past struggle for national independence and the cause of socialism building and national development today of Vietnam. Sing Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến suggested that the Ministries of National Defense of China and Russia continue closely, effectively coordinating with the Ministry of National Defense of Vietnam to promote cooperation on the basis of signed documents and agreements, including contents on military history. The Vietnamese Ministry of National Defense will soon send invitations to the leaders of the Ministries of National Defense of China and Russia to attend the ceremony marking the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day on September the 2nd. Sing Lieutenant General Huang Sun-Chien believes that the participation of the Ministries of Defense of the two countries will make important contribution to the success of the event. Sing Lieutenant General Huang Sun-Chien shared Vietnam's plans to build monuments to advisors and soldiers of the Soviet Union and China at the Vietnam Military History Museum.
Receiving Major General Belui Vladimir Vladimirovich, Chief of the Central Office for Combat Training of the Armed Forces of Belarus, on the afternoon of June the 4th, Lieutenant General Nguyễn Quang Ngọc, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, affirmed that the defense cooperation, which serves as an important pillar in the bilateral relations, has been effectively implemented, achieving positive results. Lieutenant General Nguyễn Quang Ngọc highly appreciated the results of the talks between the Department of Military Training Educational Affairs under the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and the General Department of Combat Training of the Armed Forces of Belarus. Major General Belui Vladimir Vladimirovich thanked the Ministry of National Defense of Vietnam and directly the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army for the two sides to hold talks with good results. He believed that the bilateral defense cooperation would continue to flourish, making a substantive and effective contribution to the Vietnam-Belarus strategic partnership. Coming up next, Vietnam strengthens global role at UN Ocean Conference and bolsters ties with Europe. 2025 National Youth Archery Championship underway in Vũng Tàu City. At the invitation of United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres, President of France Emmanuel Macron, Prime Minister of Estonia Kristen Michel, and Prime Minister of Sweden Ulf Kristersson, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, accompanied by his spouse and a high-level Vietnamese delegation, will attend the third United Nations Ocean Conference, carried out bilateral activities in France, and pay official visits to the Republic of Estonia and the Kingdom of Sweden from June the 5th to the 14th, 2025.
Building on the vibrant momentum of high-level diplomacy undertaken by the party and state since the start of the year, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính upcoming trip marks a concrete step in realizing Vietnam's foreign policy of independence, self-reliance, multilateralization, and diversification of international relations. It also reflects the country's proactive and comprehensive approach to deepening global integration in a practical and effective manner, as charted by the 13th National Party Congress. This visit further serves as a key diplomatic activity in advancing the implementation of Resolution No. 59 on international integration in the new global landscape. Bilateral engagements during this trip present a valuable opportunity to further deepen Vietnam's ties with France, Sweden, and Estonia, three European countries of significant influence. France, as Vietnam's comprehensive strategic partner, will work with Vietnam to translate major directions and the May 2025 joint statement into concrete actions, opening a new chapter in multifaceted cooperation. With Sweden and Estonia, Vietnam's traditional friends, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and the respective leader will review past cooperation, identify new priorities, and outline practical measures to drive the relationships forward in a more substantive, effective manner. This European working trip by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính is expected to open up new cooperation opportunities, mobilize resources to serve the country's development, and actively contribute to addressing global challenges for a world of peace, prosperity, and sustainability.
On June the 4th at Lam Sơn Stadium, Vũng Tàu City, the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province, in coordination with the Vietnam Sports Administration, organized the opening ceremony of the 2025 National Youth Archery Championship. The event not only gives an opportunity for athletes to demonstrate their skills, but also contributes to the development of Vietnam's archery. The event attracts over 200 male and female archers of 20 units from provinces, cities, and sectors. They participate in competitions with 1-string bow, 3-string bow at different distances from 30 to 90 meters. The event also features competitions in categories of men's doubles, women's doubles, and team coordination. The 2025 National Youth Archery Championship will run until June the 11th. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch news again at QPVN.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.